Hello and welcome back to The Absolute Mom. So we are going to bring you another homeschool day in the life today. And so I think this week we're just going to do a day in the life every single day for you guys so that you really get a real feel of what it's like to be a homeschool mom. So these are my kindergartners and they are getting ready to eat a little bit of yogurt and then they are going to be getting their school going. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, so we are running later than what we normally do, but that's okay because that's the freedom of homeschool. And as you can see, house has gotten messier than yesterday, so we'll be working on that. I have my 5th grader over here. She is eating her yogurt and she is starting her math homework already. And so her and I both have already taken baths and showers and stuff this morning. They got to play outside in the snow yesterday, so we have all that has dried overnight, so I need to get that put away. And then this little boy is picking out his breakfast too so that we can get going. Kitchen isn't messy, but it's not clean either. So our goal is to be able to go to Costco here pretty soon because we have a few things we need to do. And then we have a whole bunch of library books, like this chair is packed full of library books that we need to return to the library. So we have a few errands to run today. And so we're motivated to get school at least halfway done before we leave for Costco. All right, so my hair is done. I am dressed, but I need to get my makeup done. So let's go. All right, now that I don't look like death and I look well put together, my makeup only takes me 5 minutes or less. It is something that I have done so often and I try to do every single day so that I feel nice and motivated and ready to keep going and such. So let's go downstairs and get back to the kids. All right, so while I was upstairs, it's Toilet Tuesday, so I cleaned all our toilets that are upstairs, and then our main level one I just did yesterday, and the vanity's ripped out, so that's even less to clean right now. So then I also picked all the kids' clothes, so after they're done eating, they'll be all ready to get changed and keep school going. This is what it really looks like to try to get kids dressed in the morning and get them going on homeschool.
Careful, you gotta sit down again.
All right, one of my goals too in the morning is to drink more water. So I know if I fill up my Bubba cup in the morning with ice water and it has a straw and stuff, I'm more apt to actually keep up with my water intake.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time.
All right, so while everybody is getting dressed and doing their hair and eating breakfast and such, I'm going ahead and getting signed on for our math lesson for the kindergartners, doing the 1st grade math today. I do want to note, so here's a new chapter. This is the distance learning online through BJU Press. They have attached the teacher's edition. So I can always download the teacher's edition and do this parent-led if I so wish to, or they can watch the videos. I do have to say parent-led goes quicker, but yet there's lots of benefits to the videos also. They do so many cute extra things and prompts and everything like that I feel like is worth our time. So then we are on lesson 21 today. They're doing 10s and 1s in numbers to 50. And so I'm looking what material is needed. So we need our digit folder with our work text page 45 and 46. We need our 100 chart handout. we need 50 Unifix cubes, 5 10 bars, and then we need our number cards 0 through 9. So I am going to go ahead and get that kind of stuff for them and get this video loaded up. So when they're done getting all ready for the day, we go directly into school. So I got their math all ready and everything out that they need, but then I'm noticing their focus on 5s. We finished this DVD yesterday, so I need to get a new DVD out for them. So this is all stuff they mostly do on their own. I'm just trying to get this day going a little bit better than what it is, because you could definitely tell the kids are dragging their feet getting going this morning. All right, so we finished off with 117, so this has lesson 118 starting. So they have science and language arts today.
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel.
What letter are we working with?
A.
A. Okay, so Mama's going to tell you certain colors to color certain things. Oh, do you have a big string? Here. There you go. All right, so I'm going to tell you certain colors to color certain things. So I want you to find a red, and I want to color the apple red.
Why would you do this?
Which red?
It was busy.
It does look pretty.
See?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing it with that line.
Yeah, you're very good at coloring.
The sun on my skin, beginning to thaw from within.
All right, then I want you to color the acorn brown.
Apple right away.
That is a pretty brown. Woo! All right, color your acorn brown, whichever part you wish. Or you could do 2 browns even. Is that silly?
Your cereal box and your supply box.
I don't even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Hi there, friend.
There we go. You know what, that's really good. Mom, do you know what egg here on the ankle is brown?
It is brown also, isn't it?
Yeah. I got the
Where do acorns grow?
I got both.
At the park? On what?
On deer.
Yeah, on trees.
I knew that.
You sure did. I want you to color the angel yellow.
What about eagle brown?
All right, so the kindergartners are still in there working on their math, and Kenzie's finishing up coloring all the different A-sounding animals. And then Lexi is on like her last 2 or 3 problems of math. So I did finally get the end of this table cleared off. It was a goal of mine yesterday. It just didn't happen. So today we have a lot more freedom to do stuff at the table. So while they do that, I'm going to go ahead, meaning we're going to be heading to Costco. I'm going to look through the little Costco magazine. I'm going to look at my planner for the day to make sure I don't forget anything. And then I also have, these are folders that I print out different worksheets and like fun little things, reading passages and such, and our sight word stuff. So I'm going to look through and see what we're going to do today. So while the girls are working on their schoolwork, I'm going to go ahead and I'll show you a few things that we have been reading for this month. Oftentimes part of homeschooling is that your kids are doing a lot of independent reading at home to become stronger readers. And I know some moms really need it to be high literature value. And then I like my kids to just pick out what they really love also. I figure what we're reading out loud is giving them the literature value, and then I assign books every now and then. But this is for my 11-year-old, so if you like the Dog Man comic books, you will love the Cat Kid Comic Club. So she ended up reading this in like 1 hour flat. Then this Babysitter's Club. This is the graphic one, so the comic-like one, and she has been through that whole entire series also. And then a new series we're trying to get into, but Mom made a mistake, and I ended up grabbing the 10th and 11th book instead of the first and second book. Is this Whatever After Sugar and Spice. So I think this is something she'll definitely love. So as you can see, there's a whole bunch of them in the series, and this one is not a comic one, but I also feel like she would probably read through each of these books in one night. All right, then just some read aloud fun ones for all the kids. Like even my 11-year-old loves when we just read books together. So if you've ever read the Click Clack Moo Cows That Type, these are along that series, and they absolutely love this series. So there's Click Clack Ho Ho Ho, Click Clack Quack to School, Click Quack Surprise, and Click Clack Peep. So they, like I said, they absolutely love this series and they love reading along with it. All right, 2 books for my little 4-year-old. She absolutely loves these First Look and Find ones. So this is the My Little Pony, and then Pinkalicious is always a fun one for little girls. All right, so this next one is because we have up and coming readers, and so I like to just put new things laying around the house so that they are nice and motivated to attempt more reading independently. So we have tons of these level 1 readers already upstairs, but my son, this top one is Transformers Bumblebee, Win If You Dare. It's a comic book series one. He absolutely loves Transformers and Bumblebee, and so that was a good pick for him. The second one was Harold Hickok Had the Hiccups. So a nice fun one to do. Then the next level 1 reader is Planes. So Plane Pal from Cars. And so that's another one for my son. He's a little bit stronger of a reader than his sister so far. So that's why you're seeing quite a few of these for him. The next one is a Team Umizoomi Farm Alarm. That one's a little bit harder for him to do, but he's still able to do the majority of it. Then we have a couple Fancy Nancy's because, hey, when can you leave the library without Fancy Nancy? So we have the 100th day of school, which luckily for us was a while ago already. We have less than a month left of our school year. And then we have Toodle Oo Miss Moo. All right, then the last little thing that I got, and we've actually checked this out a couple of times because it's so great. This is from Scholastic Books. It's the First Little Readers. So this is the level A, so the easiest one that they have, and there are 25 little books in here that they can read, and my twins have absolutely loved this. So I will definitely be picking up the level B. So here are some of those books laid out so you can see what kind of titles they have. I really, really like these because there's so many different topics on it, but yet they're very repetitive. All right, so the name of this one book that I did open up is I Like School. So as you can see, it's very repetitive as far as the words that they're going to be reading, and the pictures are nice, big, and bright, so it can give them a few clues as far as what they're reading also. So I like to read, I like to paint, I like to cut, I like to glue. So books like these really increase their confidence because they really can whip through these books fast, and that way too they just feel so achieved when they get to the end of the book and they could read all of it on their own. All right, so let me know down below what are a few of your favorite read aloud books, and also what are a few of your favorite books to read as a family to your children, such as these smaller books. Also, if you have any other like recommendations as far as first readers. So we already have a whole bunch of level 1 ones. We have the Bob books. We have a lot of different ones, but of course I'm always searching for new and fun things to do with them. All right, so now I'm sitting here and I'm doing my little to-do list and trying to get like my day completely planned out. So here's some of my priorities. Obviously, homeschool is always the top priority to get done. Clear the table, which I had already done. Clean out the fridge. I'm not going to do that until right before we leave for Costco. Collect all trash. We will do that sometime before tonight because tomorrow is trash day. Toilet Tuesday, I've already gone through and I've cleaned all of the bathrooms. Return soda cans. I believe we can do that at Costco. So I'm going to take some with me to get returned. Vacuum, go to Costco, return library books. So those are all things to come.
Mama.
All right, so she just finished her coloring page and she decided to go above and beyond and color the background. What's your favorite animal on that page? Oh, the angel is her favorite thing on that page. And I bet you it's because it's yellow. All right, do you want to do more or are you done?
More.
You want to do more? Okay, let's do more. Just like I said on previous vlogs that we do for Day in the Lives, with my preschooler, I kind of let her dictate how long she ends up working or not, just because the pure fact, I want it to be fun and I want it to be lighthearted, and I really want her heart to be in it when she does it instead of whining and crying and saying she doesn't want to do it. So now she is tracing some A words such as apple, ant, axe, alligator, all that kind of stuff. And then I'll see if she wants to continue more. All right, so Brooklyn's twin is a little busy right now, and so their videos are paused for math and focus on fives. So she wanted to come over and join us girls at the table and do a little bit of her reading program. All right, so for her reading program this week, we are doing the am word family. And so she's learning how to read all of these different am words. And so she has already done the reading section of it. She has written all the am words. She has done touch, read, and match them with the pictures. And then she yesterday was able to sound them all out and pick which one, like does ham start with an H or N? Is the middle sound an A or an E? And is the ending sound of ham a M or a D? So today we are moving on to write and find. So she is going to down here look for our am words, and then when she finds them down here, she's going to find the picture that it coordinates with up here, and she's going to write it next to it. Can you find any of our am words? What's that one? Where's it go?
A.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night.
Good job. All right, pick another color. All right, Brooklyn, can you find another word down there that is one of those pictures? Yam. Good job. Okay, color yam. And then you need to find it up above and write yam.
Isn't that good?
Astronaut.
Astronaut.
Where do astronauts go?
At the base.
Up in space, yeah.
You know I'm here to stay every single day. Yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you.
Mommy, is it puppet and
Yeah. All right, pick another color.
I just feel so
All right, can we find another am word family? Damn. All right, color it in.
she knows what that is.
your eyes.
All right, so part of homeschooling multiples, I think that's kind of the theme of this week, and get ready because next month I am doing a collaboration with another homeschool YouTube mama, and our focus is going to be homeschooling multiples. So like multiple age kids, not twins. So part of doing it is we originally started with just Lexi here at the table, and my intentions was Lexi, my 5th grader, and I was just gonna get our 5th grade work done. Then my little preschooler, my 4-year-old, decided to come over and she was ready to do some work too, which I allowed because yesterday she didn't do tons of work and she really didn't get a lot of attention, unfortunately, yesterday. She got small spurts, but nothing like what we normally do. So she joined the 5th grader and I here at the table, and then next thing I know, here comes Brooklyn along, our kindergartner, the 6-year-old. She comes along and she wants to join us at the table also. So I don't really say no unless we're in the middle of a lesson that we can't get interrupted to do. And so part of all of this was we started working and now I'm working with 3. And if you could see, she's trying to get my attention while I'm trying to do other stuff also. The twins need to do school? Yeah? Are you worried they're not doing school?
Well, Brooklyn
Is that school? Yeah.
That's
All right, so Bubba he ended up running away and he's in his room playing, I'm pretty sure. He went to the restroom and then he kind of just disappeared after the bathroom. But I'm kind of allowing it right now because I'm getting some good one-on-one time with each child down here. And I know I can get that one-on-one time with him a little bit later. So still trying to do my little to-do list. We are getting ready to start English. And what did you just ask me about English?
I want to do 2 lessons.
Okay, so she told me she wants to do 2 lessons because we are so close to being done with this curriculum and she is like getting more and more motivated. It's kind of that snowball effect. Once you get going, you want to keep going even more. So Kenzie here is shaking off her coat. I guess she's getting a little warm with the fireplace. All right, so Kenzie here is still working on her A's. So she had already colored her A and all her A letter sound animals and items. And then she did her lowercase a and traced everything. And now she's working on, is that a big or a little A?
Wait,
Yeah, she's working on her big A. And whose name starts with A?
Friday.
Alexis starts with a big A. All right, so she's going to keep going on that. And then Brooklyn is still over here working on our read program from the Crafty Classroom. She, I think, is really loving it. Are you loving it? Yes. All right, so she has found 3 out of the 5 words already. She found jam, damn, and yam. All right, can you find another one?
I did.
Can you tell me what that word is? Okay, let's sound it out. What is it?
Yeah.
Yell it.
Yeah.
Louder.
Yeah.
Louder. No. All right, so which picture up here does ham go with? And what are you going to write next to it when you're done coloring?
Yeah.
Ham. All right, she's going to keep going on that. and I'm going over to Lexi and we're gonna get our English going. All right, so real quick too, while Alexis is getting the rest of our English supplies that we're needing. So I have discussed recently that I'm kind of back and forth on what we're doing next year as far as curriculum. Originally, I said full force, we're doing whole grade kits from BJU Press again. And then there's been a few things that makes me look at a few other curriculums. One is this little one. I think the videos are a little bit faster paced for her than what she needs to get reading going and getting confident in reading. I think she definitely needs a curriculum that is sit down with me and more hands-on, such as what we're doing with this read curriculum through the Crafty Classroom. And so part of me feels like if I'm changing part of the curriculum, then it might not be working 1000% for her. So it's definitely working for her twin brother though. He likes a fast pace, but I do notice also that they're kind of trailing off as the video goes. So they're getting a little bored, we're having to take more breaks. And I think this is all natural at their age, but I just wanna see what other curriculum is out there. And I know we've tried a few things in the past that would be really good fits for them. So then the other thing is too, for my daughter, she is going into 6th grade. And so I'm starting to think, you know, what are we going to be doing for 7th grade and stuff like that. And so I'm trying to see what is going to flow good basically in the future for the whole entire family. I do know part of the issue is this curriculum does take the majority of the day. So especially if you do videos, they are long, and this is a very in-depth curriculum. Like you have quizzes every couple of days, you have multiple tests every single week, there is a lot of work text pages, and granted, we don't do all this stuff, we've really tailored it to make it work for us, but I also feel like sometimes all the busy work is making it that my daughter isn't really comprehending and keeping the information she needs to. So we are looking through a few options. We've always used BJU Press English, and we've always really enjoyed that. So we're back and forth on that, or the other one I'm starting to look at a little bit and we've used in the past is The Good and the Beautiful. Right, so I know these curriculums are like night and day from each other. I'm going to do more research. We have used it in the past, I think back in 2nd grade when we first started homeschooling, but there was a lot of catch-up items that she needed to do at that point, and our big focus was math because she was really, really struggling with math when we first started homeschooling, because with public school, she kind of just got drowned out. She kept getting pushed to the next grade and she wasn't quite there with the math, whereas now she is an absolute pro with math, and I'm glad I went back and I did all the basics with her. So we're looking at The Good and the Beautiful, and then we're back and forth with math, whether we're going to continue with BJU Press, or we used to use Horizon Math and we absolutely loved it. And I'd say the big difference between these two is the teacher's manuals. So BJU Press has really nice teacher's manuals for me to be able to utilize if I need so. Whereas Horizon Math just doesn't give you as much instruction in their teacher's manual. So we will see which way we end up going with that. And then science and history are the other two big subjects for her. And we're really back and forth. There is a chance we're going to stay with BJU Press for science and history because we do enjoy it. We used to use Story of the World, and so I do have those downstairs in my basement homeschool hoarding closet. And we started going through that last night, and my 11-year-old was absolutely laughing at me and said, "Mom, you are a homeschool curriculum hoarder." And I told her, I already proclaimed that. You're not telling me anything I don't know. So I'm just going to try to see what works for each of my children. And so keep tuned because there is a chance next year is going to be different than this year. All right, so Kenzie wants to show you guys something. What'd you do?
I write all the A's.
She wrote all the A's, so she got all done with that already. Good job. High five. Good work. All right, so Kenzie, I think you should take a little bit of a break and we'll play for a little bit, okay? Okay, then Brooklyn's needing me over here, so we're going to get back to work.
Mama.
All right, well, you did ham, and you wrote ham. Oh, and you found ram already, so you're going to do ram.
Mama.
All right, so fun little ways to end up doing a few things also was she could have easily done this in a pencil and just drew a straight line through it, but doing coloring just makes it more colorful and more interactive. Sometimes we get stamps or bingo dabbers out and we have them utilize those instead. Sometimes we put stickers on items to mark them. So we just try to do different things and keep it lively for this young age.
Mommy.
All right, and this little kiddo decided to join us back downstairs. He is building one of his Lego sets. Like I said, usually I don't allow them these breaks when they still have videos to get done, but I am getting some really good quality time getting other curriculum done with the three girls. So I'm going to allow it this time, and I know we don't have dance this week, so I know we have the time to also get their actual curriculum done. All right, so lesson 143, is that what we're on? All right, so the object pronouns in prepositional phrases. So when the object of a preposition is a pronoun, an object pronoun is used. So mother flew to Rome with me. Carla visited with us. So the object pronouns, if you see that little box over there to the right, Lex, the singular is me, him, it, you, her, and the plural is
Us, you, them.
us, you, and them. All right, so prepositional phrases can add details to basic sentences. A prepositional phrase can be added to the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence, and we saw that yesterday, right? Like some of them had them in all three parts, didn't they? All right, so notice that the placement of the prepositional phrase affects the placement of the subject and the verb. So we knew we were underlining the subject once, the verb twice, and putting in parentheses our prepositional phrases. All right, so emperors built large buildings. During the Roman Empire, emperors built large buildings. Emperors in Rome built large buildings, and emperors built large buildings in cities across the empire. So all of those mean all the same thing, don't they? Like all those sentences are the same, but they're written quite different. And so you could see the subjects in red, and it ends up moving places depending on how the sentence is written.
It looks like the red is all empires, and then the looks
Emperors.
like emperors, and then the verb is all green.
Yeah, because emperors is the subject of the sentence. Built is the verb, so it's what they're doing or what they are. And then the prepositional phrase is in the blue in parentheses. All right, let's go down to our guided practice here. All right, so what just happened that makes you so happy?
I did so well on the front, I don't have to do the back.
All right.
Yes.
So part of this is that the front is usually guided and you do that together, and then the back is more of the same exact thing, but they do it all on their own. But she literally got every single answer correct the first time. I didn't have to redirect or anything, so I decided we can skip the back and we can move on, and she wanted to do a second lesson, so we will. So Brooklyn's over here still working on her am word families. So this one they absolutely love doing. It's a spinner winner. And so Brooklyn, show them what you do. So you take your pencil and you end up making a spinner, and wherever that paper clip lands is the word that you're going to fill in. So it landed on H. So what word are you going to do?
Ham.
Ham. So I have allowed her, this time we're using markers to make it even more fun. And that way too, her hands get tired because she's nice and young still. And markers are a little bit easier because you don't have to push hard. So this is helping her be able to get through. So with this one, the am spinner winner, whichever word gets all of them spun and gets all the way to the bottom first is the winning word. So I am letting these two make lunch for us. We're just having Uncrustables because that's what they voted for. And I told the 4-year-old to go to the drying rack and get the plates out. And where did you go instead?
Over there. The pantry, the laundry room, there and there.
Yeah, she went everywhere but the drying rack. All right, where's the Uncrustables?
Second, no.
Where do we keep sandwiches?
No.
Now she's just being silly. All right, Kenzie, you can open up those sandwiches and put each of them on the plate. Beckett, you can grab some chips for everybody to have. And then I'm going to cut, I guess, a little bit of brownies so that they can get gone. Don't tear it the other way.
No.
Yeah, like that. Now pull.
No. The weather today is windy.
Oh, so we haven't started this yet, but we will be. And obviously he's liking it because he already chose the windy. So here is our lunch plates that our 6 and our 4-year-old just ended up making for us while I was busy with other stuff. So they have brownies, they have an Uncrustable, some potato chips and dip, and then they have their vitamins there. And so they just did this all on their own. All right, and then Brooklyn wants to tell y'all something. Who won?
Ham.
Ham won. All right, let's clear the table so we can eat. All right, okay. They are eating, which means one thing. We are going to do our read aloud. The Wild Robot. All right, so we are currently 33.8% done with this book. We haven't been reading it very long, and they've really enjoyed it. So we're going to keep going. All right, so part of our day is when the kids get too crazy, they like to do little challenges. So I just randomly say, get down and do 10 push-ups, and they're doing them. All right, 10 sit-ups.
10 sit-ups. Oh, Brooklyn knows what it is. Wait. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm done it.
You did 10?
No.
All right, then 10 jumping jacks, Kenzie Bear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yep.
7.
Kenzie,
8,
you don't have to.
9, 10.
Come here, Kenzie. So I do want to make sure to say this is not a punishment. This is a good way to get their energy out and get them refocused. So it's more of a fun thing than a punishment thing, right?
Yeah, but
all right. How many burpees, guys? How many? Do 20 burpees.
No, 2.
2 burpees. All right, so we got everybody listening and refocused. And this little one's sad. What are you sad about? What's wrong? Oh, you didn't do as many sit-ups? That's okay. It's just fun stuff. You don't have to do them all, okay? I had discussed with you guys that we were looking at the good and the beautiful. So I went ahead, I did the assessment with my daughter, and she would be on level 5. And so we are going to just do the downloaded version right now. And then I will be buying the actual hard copy if this is something that she feels like blends very well for her. So we just went through all of these beginning instructions, and down here it says, now you are ready to get started. Read lesson 1 in the level 5 shared reader with your parent or teacher. So we're getting ready to do that one together. All right, so this is the shared reader for level 5, and so we are going to read lesson 1, which looks like it's just these 2 pages about Evelyn Stein. All right, lesson 1 of the good and the beautiful is done. Like I said, I just want to do, I don't know, 10 or 20 of those lessons before I order it, just to make sure that it's a really good fit for her. And so we just ended up going through that. She picked out what poem she wants to memorize. We printed out the states and the capital. We kind of have everything set and ready to be able to do some stuff. And then she wants to do what next?
History.
All right, where do you want to do history?
Table.
At the table. All right, let's get stuff. Let's go. All right, and we will see if we get to Costco today or not. The kids are having a really good day. We're getting a lot of homeschool done, and we're pretty comfy and stuff. It is about 1:15 right now. I don't like going too late at night because then it's too busy. I like going during the school day. So maybe we'll do history and then we'll head on over to Costco. Today in history, we are going to do lesson 111 and 112. So there's not very many pages that we'll be reading. It's about Mussolini and about Hitler. So I ended up saying in yesterday's homeschool day in the life, and if you haven't gotten a chance to watch that previous one, I will repeat it once again here so that there is no negative comments down below. So basically, as far as history goes in our household, I know that sometimes it's controversial on what you end up teaching about history and how you teach it. And to us, our belief is that you learn from history. You learn from other people's mistakes, or you learn from their good moral doings. And so what we end up doing in our personal homeschool journey is that I end up teaching almost everything that has happened in history, but then we can go in depth and we can discuss why it was morally or ethically. But then we can go through and discuss why it was morally or ethically wrong for somebody to do that in history, because a lot of our history is violent and morally wrong. And that's how we've gotten to the point we are today, where there's checks and balances and laws to protect people from these wrongdoings being done again. So take anything that I teach with a grain of salt, choose what is best for your family, and make sure your homeschool journey is something that you'll be proud of. We just got done with the school day. Beckett has a little bit left to do, but he's the only one. And we are going to take a break and get to Costco real quick. But I want to show you really quick real life right here. All right, so this is real life. This morning, this was not this bad. There was blankets out and that yellow lap tray, but that was all. So we definitely, absolutely everywhere have a mess to address when we get back home. But as I said earlier, I like to go to the stores or run our errands before everybody else ends up getting out of school. So we're gonna go.
Recall when we were young, running from all things at once, without thinking twice. And I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. This road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time.
I'm all ready to go to Costco. I have grabbed cans to return for deposit, but I want to make sure that they are actually accepting those during the pandemic right now. And then one thing I always do when we end up leaving, oh, we grabbed our library books too. But one thing I end up doing before we leave in the wintertime is I go out and I warm the car for like 5 minutes. So I come out and I sit in the car and I have the heater on and everything for a good 5 minutes. As I walk out the front door, I set an Alexa timer for 5 minutes, and the kids know when that comes off, then they are allowed to come out to the car. So I do this just so that they're more comfortable in the car. And then my oldest, my 11-year-old, knows exactly how to lock the door up and everything like that. So we're going to Costco. All right, so it's a little after 4:30 and we just got home from all our errands. I had planned on only going to Costco, and then I remembered I needed to pick up some medicine from Walgreens. And then also my daughter had recently bought herself a happy planner, and it wasn't the right layout. It was more of a journal than an actual planner, so she was really disappointed in it. So we ended up jumping into Michael's because I know a lot of that kind of stuff is clearanced out, and they also had their new stuff out, which some of it is super cute. But she ended up getting a happy planner for like $6 because it was clearanced out 80% off. So that was really good for her. She was super excited. And then I got a few other things. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what all we got. So super small haul, but we kind of got everything we went out for. So this is the $6 planner she ended up getting. So half of it is 2020 and half of it is 2021. But she is very willing to just redate it and utilize it that way. And it's really fitting for her because it's all bright and she loves the color teal and everything. And then I have to say I'm a little jealous of her rainbow discs. And then I needed a little planning command spot area. And so this is about the only thing I'm finding that kind of speaks to me. I'm not quite sure if it's exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm going to hold it up to the area and I'm going to decide if it looks cute. So I figure I can either menu plan, or I can make little notes about what's going on for that week, or make little notes of like stuff we need to buy and stuff like that. So then with all the painting, we had taken down our key holder, and I was looking for a new one. And while this one is really long, I think it's really cute. It's not just a plain Jane key holder. So again, I'll hold that one up to the spot and then I'll decide if it's worth keeping. So everything in their spring collection, at which both of these were, was 50% off. Then to move over here, this is the Costco haul. I ended up getting my kids this huge 64-inch wingspan fantasy kite. It is a unicorn here, and it's, I don't know, it's just a better kite than what most kites are. And we've never been successful at actually flying a kite. So hopefully if we have a better one, we could be successful with it. So that was $15. Then I went ahead and I found this Lucky Camo shirt, and it's got a U-neck, which I absolutely love too. I think this was $10, and I got a pair of black leggings to go with it. And I think those were $12.99 if I recall right. We need another gallon of milk. My husband drinks energy drinks like crazy. So these should last him for quite a while. They were like $7 off, I think, the normal price. So that was a good deal. Then these pans, there's two of them here, and it was $19.99 for this 2-pack. The USA pan brand is excellent. So I have a bread loaf pan. I have another pan like this that's double the size, and now I have these two, and I have to say these are the perfect pans. Nothing burns, nothing sticks. They wash up very well and everything. So I had looked for these about a month ago at Costco, and they didn't have them at mine. So I was so excited they had them today. And then the whole purpose we ended up going today, which same thing, I looked for this a month ago and mine didn't have it, but now they do, is this electric kettle. So my husband really, really loves making some tea, and I think this will be the perfect thing for him. And then me and the kids enjoy tea and hot cocoa and all that kind of stuff. So it holds up to 7 cups, and it has a safety feature that it can't go dry either. And then this middle part, you could put like tea leaves into it and stuff to infuse the water. So I thought that was kind of perfect. If he really loves this, I might buy him a second one so he can take that to the office with him. So there it is, our little Costco haul and our Michael's haul. Okay, there's another thing I honestly need to ask you mamas about, and ask if you end up doing this. So, do you sing really loud and dance around while you drive around town with your kids just to embarrass them? because I do like crazy, and we all sing at the top of our lungs, and we have so much fun, and we were just listening to Bye Bye Bye, and I was dancing, and my daughter is like, people driving by probably think you are the craziest person ever, but I think it's just fun memories that we're making and everything. I told them it's better than me just being frumpy and telling them to be quiet. So let me know down below, do you do that also? And then we got home and we had an impromptu snowball fight also while the snow's still on the ground, and this one got surprised by it. But other than that, I think the homeschool day is completely done. Everybody had a really great day. We've had a great day as a family, and the last thing I'm going to do is just clean up these dishes, and we are going to make some homemade Hot Pockets tonight. So we just do crescent rolls with pizza sauce, mozzarella, pepperoni, roll them up and bake them in the oven. All right, until the next day in the life, bye.